Megumi Fushigoro has one of the best curse techniques in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Nani?
Shadow magic in manga can be generic. It can also be lame as fuck. But Megumi's abilities always make the action exciting, especially because not many shaman, even among grade 1, have powers that are quite as flashy or multifaceted. While Megumi's powers have been complemented by Sukuna himself, also known as the King of Curses. Why Megumi has such a great curse technique is because it originated from the Zenin family, one of the big 3 families, the most prominent sorcerer clans in Jujutsu Kaisen. Originally referred to as the 3 Great Clans in Volume 0, but that kinda has strong Naruto vibes. Megumi is classified as a Shikigami user because he creates and manipulates artificial curse spirits. And while most techniques that create Shikigami usually require the use of a charm or talisman, this technique instead uses shadows as an intermediary. This makes it more practical, and the various Shikigami make Megumi extremely versatile. Using their shadow as a medium, the sorcerer molds their curse energy while visualizing an outline of the Shikigami. After a Shikigami is first created, it has to be purified by making it surrender to its creator, like a taming process. From there, it follows the will of its creator every time it's summoned, from eating curses to scouting and even rescuing people. The user can keep up to 10 species at their disposal, which you probably already guessed from the name. Currently, Megumi can conjure 2 different Shikigami at a time. They each have a limit in which they can be used whenever they're summoned. Whenever the Shikigami melts away, it returns to its master, but if it gets destroyed, it's gone for good. When a Shikigami gets destroyed, its cursed energy returns to the sorcerer and gets passed down to another Shikigami, making it stronger. We saw this happen with Megumi's Jade Hounds, or Divine Dogs in the Viz translation. After the White Hound gets destroyed, its powers are inherited by the Black Hound, allowing Megumi to summon it in a more powerful form, Jade Hound Chaos, also known as Divine Dog Totality. This form is not only way stronger with teeth and claws that can tear into special grade curse spirits, but has speed comparable to special grade as well. Now we still have to talk about the rest of Megumi's Shikigami, so don't go anywhere. Nue is a winged Shikigami that violently dives at the opponent. Nue is also capable of shocking its target with electricity from his wings. This can temporarily paralyze weaker foes. Like the other Shikigami, Nui always rushes to defend Megumi and even helps him maneuver at high speeds. Then there's the Toad. Shout out to the Toad for saving Nobara that one time. Megumi can combine Nue and Toad for a curse technique extension called Bottomless Well, also known as the Well's Unknown Abyss, which summons multiple toads with wings. Because it's a curse technique extension, it's the only Shikigami Megumi has that can still be summoned after it's been destroyed. The Great Serpent is a big snake. Actually, it was. Sukuna tore it apart like Charmin Ultra, and a replacement is yet to be seen. Next, there's Bansho Max Elephant. It summons an elephant that can release a massive amount of water from its trunk, creating a torrent powerful enough to smash a stone wall on impact. This requires a lot of curse energy from Megumi. During the Goodwill event, he says he can only summon it once. Max Elephant is also great for dropping on the head of your enemies. The Escape Rabbit. A herd of Shikigami rabbit are summoned to distract the enemy and make a hasty retreat. It's silly, it's lighthearted. I like anything that makes me forget about Junpei. The 10 Shadows technique is also capable of a domain expansion. In the Origin of Obedience arc, when Megumi is pushed to his limit in a fight with a special grade curse spirit, he attempts a domain expansion as a last ditch effort and is successful, though he calls it incomplete for lacking the detail of a more polished domain. Megumi's domain is known as the Chimera Shadow Garden. Fluid-like shadow floods the domain and begins to spawn waves of Shikigami. Megumi can use the shadows to create a copy of himself, and even hide inside the shadow of his opponent, allowing him to attack from behind. At this point, Megumi became the second shaman we've witnessed perform a domain expansion. To me, this makes him one of the most talented student shaman without a shadow of a doubt. I said without a Despite many characters openly recognizing his talent and having a great curse technique, Megumi doesn't exactly win a lot of fights early on in the series. He has some of the best fights, but he kinda gets beat up a lot. Megumi has a lot of potential, but he's still only a first year and has been trying to hold his own against upperclassmen and special grade curse spirits.
I'm fighting for my life!
Noritoshi did state that age is irrelevant with sorcery, implying curse technique is everything. This line is mostly to emphasize Noritoshi's character, which is a topic for another day, but the statement is true. Age is not important when it comes to sorcery. Experience does matter though, especially with the 10 Shadows technique, and I'm talking real combat experience as a shaman. As stated earlier, losing Shikigami makes the remaining one stronger, and possessing a technique that can create a domain, which is the pinnacle of Jujutsu sorcery, these two factors are enough to make experience vital in achieving the true potential of the 10 Shadows. I might as well mention the second and most recent use of Megumi's domain because it just happened this week in the manga, and it was insane. In the Shibuya arc, Maki, Nanami, and Naobito get caught in the domain of Special Grade Dagon, Horizon of the Captivating Skanda. The guaranteed hit of this domain, known as Death Swarm, does serious damage to Nanami and even takes an arm from Supreme Grade 1 Sorcerer and head of the Zenin clan. Maki was staring death in the face until Megumi shows up and uses his own domain to force his way in, and is even able to make a hole from the inside with tactical use of his domain. Megumi is currently being assessed for Grade 1, and he definitely deserves a promotion. Anyways, that's all for right now. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.
Out of control down that lonely road in the fast lane. Found me all on my own and you got involved like you wanna crash me. Got me back and reset it, for that I'm in debt for even the small things. Don't mind fucking up a check as long as you said I make this shit my calling. LV, what you like?